Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, June 2022. Okay, we have this paper, 43 variant and complete mechanics paper. So, question number one. Two particles, PQ, mentioned point 3, point 2, on a smooth horizontal plane. So, friction is 0. And P is projected towards speed of 4 towards Q. All right. And they collide, and Q begins to move with a 3 speed. So have a look here. What is technique to do it? Okay, I just copy this and I paste here, and then I copy, and I think I have to make it point 3 and point 2. There's a P, there's Q. So I'm going to copy them and I'm pasting here. Okay, just before collision and just after collision. Okay, this is a speed of the P is thrown with a 4, and this speed is 0. And he said that Q begins to move with a speed of 3. Okay, and find the speed of the P. So this is a unknown. So I label as a X. So what is the formula? M1 U1 plus M2 U2 is equals to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. So I multiply mass, zero point 0.3, speed is 4. So 0.3 into 4 plus 0, because their speed is 0, and equals to 0.3 times to x and 0.2 times to 3. So if you check it, this is a 1.2 equal to 0.3x, and here's 0.6. So 0.6 divided by 0.3, and this becomes 2 meter per second. Let me write the speed of P after collision. So it is obviously 2 meter per second. Okay, this is done, students. So let's go for the next part. And next part, what we have, students. Next part. After collision, Q moves directly towards third particle R. Okay, Q moves the third particle R with a mass of m kilogram, which is at a rest. Okay, so what I will do, I will copy this, copy and paste here. There's a Q, but Q is moving the speed of what? We know speed of 3. Okay, okay, speed of 3. So this speed is 3, and this, and all right. And what he said further, repeat again. This is a Q directly move towards R. This is R. Okay, mass is m kilogram, and which is at rest, so no speed. And there's two particle Q are coalesce and impact move the speed of 2. It means they will go together. They will go together. And how to make the together? I mean, this is go together, and I count and I say that Q and R together. Okay, and the speed is what? According to situation, what he said, that is us. This is a, like become a one object. Okay, and now speed is speed of 2. Okay, all right. So let's apply formula. Same story, same formula. Okay, so copy and paste here. Okay, then this time to this. So 3 times 2, 0. Or 0.2 times 2, 3. And this 0. And here I'm writing both mass because speed is same. So I'm just copying, take common out, and masses of both 0.2 plus m times 2. So I think rest is not a hard job with us. This is 0.6 and 0.2 plus m. So 2 comes this way. So 0.3. So mass becomes 0.1 kilogram. I hope so. The concept of the question is very clear. It was nothing hard, alhamdulillah. And this question is over. Question number two, a particle P is thrown upwards and from the horizontal ground, P reaches the maximum height of 45 meters. After reaching the ground, P come to rest. Okay, it means first it's thrown from ground to the top. And maximum height means minus u square. And S is 45 meters. Last zero u is unknown. So if I take a root, negative negative cancel, I got it is a 900 and 900 root becomes 30 meter per second. Second part, he's saying find a time for the in which speed of p is at least 10. It means while this process where speed is 10, we don't know. Okay, so let's think about it. That is a very short that starting velocity is now 30, we know it. So let's talk about same diagram we have. Same diagram, I have it. Okay, I just paste same here. So not a big change, I make it. But on the way, now u is 30, we got it. And on the way, there is a, let's say here velocity is 10, because he said that at least 10. So find the time, total time for the speed is at least 10. So 10 and higher, 10 and higher, okay? So what is it in common sense? If their speed is a 20, let's say 30, 25, then 20, and then 10. And if you go higher, the speed become lesser. So we have to find out at this time. I think idea is very clear. So this time is my concern. If I find this time, okay, and then I can into 2. Why? I tell you later. V is equal to U plus AT or GT. V is 10, U is 30, gravity is negative 10, this is a T. 30 goes there, and I get a negative 20, negative 20, and negative 10T. So time becomes what? 2 seconds. But you're surprised to know this actually the particles start from here and goes up and comes down. So this is a gap where time is 2 seconds. So naturally there is also 2 seconds. So that is why you can say total time is equal to 4 seconds. Basically, this is a speed is a higher and then speed becomes smaller. So we need to find this time into 2. That's it. I hope so. The concept is very clear. So student question number 3 we have, and this question is distance and time graph. And make sure I just quick revision, okay? Whenever velocity time graph comes, we have 2 rules. Rule number 1 is extra knowledge that gradient of the line representing acceleration and area under lines representing distance traveled. But if you talk about the distance time graph, the thing is that, as you can say below, ST graph or distance time graph. So that only one criteria what is that? The gradient of the line representing speed. Okay, that's it. So now let's talk about, so it means, and the area under graph represent nothing. Make sure, come back. If you read the question carefully, so this is a straight line, you can see, and this is a curved line, curved, and is also curved line. This part is very clear. After that, what a story we have first. Let me read a statement here because yeah, one whatever situation. So first, the person is traveling away, then stop there for a while, okay, and then turn back. But make sure how much distance traveled going forward is a 200 and coming backward also 200. Okay. Reason how I know because the ending on a same starting point 0. Satisfy. So first question is asking speed of the particle at 5 and 10. So 5 is where is here and 10 is here is here. Basically, if you look at carefully, there's a straight line. Whenever you take a 2 point on the line and you find gradient, it remains same. So it means at C and B, or not even CB, in the middle, how many points you can take it? So gradients will remain same. So speed will remain same. And now what I'm going to do, I'm finding what is a B coordinate. X is 5. I'm writing here. And y, basically this is a 40. Each one box is a 20. 0, 20, 40, 60. So this is 60. So it means this is a not a 60 in the middle of 40 and 60, 50. So 5 comma 50. Same way, what is a cx coordinate? 10. I'm writing here 10. And what is the y coordinate is exactly in the middle here. So 150, I can find easily 150. Okay, student. Now I'm going to find gradient, and what is the gradient formula? Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it will give us speed. So speed becomes what? 100, 100 by 5. So we got a speed 20 meter per second. Not even A, and not even 5 and 10, both are same. You can say both speeds, okay, are same. So it means we got a speed of 20, 20. Let's go for next part. He said find acceleration of the particle is 0 to 5 at a constant. Okay. So 0 to 5. 0 to 5 we talk about. So you student, this is what is 0 to A to B he talk about. The time is 5 seconds. These are the starting velocity u0. And this velocity is the same way I just got it v20. So data is enough to find out the acceleration. So I think you got it. And I'm going to try. Okay, let's start now. According basically, V is a 20, U is 0, and time I got a 5. And what am I looking for? Acceleration. So let's start acceleration. What is the formula? V is equal to U plus 80. And when I plug in V value is 20, U value is 0, and acceleration I need to find in 5. So 5 will go down, and I got a 4 meter per second squared. So I hope so. The point is very clear. And let's talk about the next one. Average speed. What is average speed formula? Basic formula for average speed is total distance divided by total time. Okay. So total distance, how much? Let's check in the diagram. So first, it traveled from here to here. It traveled 200 meters. And then he come back to the starting position. Again, it traveled to. So going away 200, coming backward 200. So 400 meters. So basically, it's a 400, 200 plus 200. And total time, how much? Check it the time. Time total is a 20. So 20. So 400 by 20. So 20 meter per second is average speed. I hope so. The concept is very clear. And this question is over. And let's go for next. Question number 4, students, we have. And what a question. We have mass 10 kilogram. You can see. Okay. And when mass given, so we can find weight component into multiply by gravity value 10, it become hundreds newtons. Okay, and string AC and BC and length is mentioned by him. Okay, you can see in diagram even mentioned. Okay, and one angle 90 degree is given there. Okay, and after that, what is the next part? He said that applied force is applicable here. Equilibrium is mentioned, and we have to find out. But let's say force is 20 Newton. So I'm writing here 20 Newton. And find tensions. I discussed before, even if the lengths of the strings are different, but if there is a ring, so this tension and this tension will be equals to each other. But same situation happened with a not string, not a ring, particle attached here like this. Then the length is different. So this is a tension 1, this is a tension 2. So they are different from each other. Okay. Until unless these two lengths are equals to each other. So let's go for the question. So it means, students, I can tell that this is a tension 1. This I will count as a tension number 2, or a change in direction, no problem. We can start a question. It has a no component, but other two force have a component. Component depending upon the force and the angle. Angle is not mentioned, though I can use this also. I have another choice whenever triangle given like this. Look at now, students, carefully, 90 degree. And this angle is, let's say, alpha. And this is the point 0.8 over point 0.6. So I can take a um, so I can take like this. What is a sine? Okay, I can find sine cos values even, but or I have a second choice. I can find angle. So this angle I can find easily. How to find angle? Let's try do it. Opposite by adjacent. So I'm finding here alpha value. So tan theta, tan alpha, 0.6 by 0.8. Okay, then when I find alpha, it turns to be, wait a minute, let me check. It's turned to be tan inverse, tan inverse. So, so tan inverse, 6 by 8 to 36 point, actually it's 36.89, okay, 869. I 8698. Now, how many decimal we have to round? Because this question is a lot of dependency of accuracy. So as a teacher, I suggest you if you round 3 dp of as many round is good. So I'm going to round this one. So because after 69 we have another number. So the 36.8969. Sorry, 8. Let me check again. 36 point the wrong number I wrote by mistake. 36.8699. I think idea is clear. Now let's talk about, so this angle we given. How to get the other angle, this one. So we have to choose 180 minus 90 minus this to get this one, or simple, I say beta, that I count as a beta. This is a beta angle. Beta is what? 90 minus this. So when 90 minus this, I get here 53.1301. Okay. Now I can start. What is a break component breaking? So this, let me erase this thing. This not need required further. Let's talk about this one. So one force acting here. So you can see this one force acting here and one force acting here. Because this alpha, this is also alpha, this alpha. So this become T2 cos alpha, and this become T2 sin alpha. Clear. Same condition here. I will take a less line straight in here. Because it's beta here. So this T1 cos beta. I'm writing here T1 cos beta. And there's a T1 sine beta. I believe this part is very clear. Okay, now I can use alpha beta values. Let's start. First of all, I can say rightward forces equal to leftward forces. So let's try to make it. I can say T1 cos beta and plus 20 equal to T2 cos alpha. Repeat my words, these two sum equal to this one. Okay. And when it will go down, sorry, it will go down, I'll get a T2 value. So let's try to find T2 value from here. So when it divides, it will look like T1 cos beta plus 20 T1, sorry, over cos alpha. Now I plug in the value, students. T1 cos beta is this. So when I type it, cos 53.1301 plus 20. And this cos alpha will divide both values. So first of all, I'm dividing here cos alpha 36.8699. And also dividing here. And wait a minute, let me shift slightly right side. Is also dividing here cos 36.8699. So T2 turns to be what? So although cos of the this one divided by cos of 36.8699. So this value I'm getting here 0.75. This I type in my calculator and T1 still there. What about a second one? So check it, 20 divided by cos of 36.8699. This value I'm getting 25. Equation number one done. Okay. So this I have taken, again repeat, this rightward force equal to left force. Now let's talk about upward force equals to downward forces. So what I'm going to say now. So T1 sine beta plus T2 sine alpha equals to 100 newtons. So let's try to put the values. First of all, this T2 value completely will go here. And then I will plug in the numbers. So T1 sine beta plus 0.75 T1 plus 25 into sine alpha is equals to 100. So this is a, well, plug in here T1 sine beta, which is 53.1301. This come from here. All right. So this sine alpha will multiply with this and with this. So 0.75 into sine alpha, 36.8699 into T1. And then 25 multiply with that. So now I just drag it back. So 25 times to sine alpha, and that is a 36.8699 is equals to 100. Now, student, we have two T1s, T1 and T1. I will take common out, and what in the bracket? I get it. So this will stay behind, and this completely will stay behind in a bracket. 0.75 into sine 36.8699. Okay, this is done. And students, what about this number? We'll go with 100. And I'm typing in calculator 100 minus 25 times 2 sine 36.8699. And I'm getting here 84.99 etc. 409. Now this will go down and divide. So let me check, and sine 53.1301 plus 0.75 times 2 sine 36.8699. Yes. And my answers turn to be T1 turned to be 67.999. And if I round it, 68 newtons. I got it. 68 Newton, I got it. And this value, I simply plug in it here. And I got T2. And T2, I'm going right now. This time to 0.75 and plus 25. My answer is coming with me 76 newtons. I believe the concept is very clear. So first part is completely over. And the greatest value of F, greatest value, for the block remains equilibrium. And you can see this is a pulling rightwards. Okay, students, attentive. I will try to give you help simple this way. Let's have a look here. This is a T1. I count. This is a T2, as I said, used before even. So students, basically what is the criteria we have? If I pull a little bit more force here, so this string will become loose. Okay, no more stress will stay here. Okay, I give example. When I pull more, so this, I just show you one more, slightly more bend, less more pull. So this string become loose like this. So this string become loose. I hope so you got about point. But he said, no, we have to keep an equilibrium. It means this string should not be loose. Okay, you still remain same, and until this about to zero. I mean, this tension 2 is about to zero. Then that is our task. So student, it means this. We have to do what? I just help you again. So this means T2 we have to consider zero. Why consider zero? Because after it become loose, and we have least value is only possible, and after if we apply such a force, this tension to become zero, that we need to do it. Okay, if I increase the force further, so this will become loose, and I think this is a false, then the condition become false. So I hope so got a point. And that is only possible if we have T2 becomes 0. Now, look, student, it means our focus is totally on this component and this component. This angle, 36.8699. This is T1 cos 36.8699. And this is a T1 sine 36.8699. So this component equal to this component, and this component equal to this component. So I got two equations. Let me write for you. And I'm writing now here, students, T1 sine 36.8699 is equals to 100 Newton. I repeat my words, this equal to that. And same way, T1 cos 36.8699 is equals to capital F. I repeat, this equal to that and this equal to this. So if I divide them, equation 1, equation 2, if I divide them, 1 divided by 2, what happens? So this up and this down, look, I'm going to show you how I'm doing divide, okay? So when I'm dividing them, students, what is going on here? Attentive. This equal sign I'm erasing, I'm writing one time in the middle and dividing criteria. I believe you understanding what is done here. And basically T1 cancel out and sine over cos is a 10. So this becomes tan 36.8699 equal to 100 over F. F multiplied there and this comes down. So it means it will turn to be this format 100 over 10 36.8699. And in this way, we can find our S. And let me check it. Yeah, 100 over 10, 36 point. So answer is finally 133.333 newtons. And we got it rounding. So 133 newtons. I hope so. The concept is clear. In this question, the most important concept is the greatest power. So greatest only possible if I, increase such a way that this tension should not be stay there. In this tension is there actually. Let's say it has a force. Tension 2 is a 76 force newtons, and I need the 76 Newton convert to 0 newtons. Okay, and that 0 will give us the largest force. So we need to make it this 0. This is the only logic to get this question. I hope so. The concept is very clear. Question number 5, students, we have cyclist is riding along a horizontal straight road. On a total mass of the cyclist in bicycle is 70. So mass 70. Okay, and speed is 4, and acceleration is 0.3. And there is a constant resistance force is this one. So small f. Power developed. Basically formula we use, net force is equals to ma. So if the particle is means this way, applied force, backwards a friction force. And we have a power formula F into V. If we bring this V under it, so force replaced by power by V minus friction equals to ma. Plug in all values, we'll get our answer. Mass 70, acceleration 0.3. So this has become 21, 30 goes on the other side plus 30. And this becomes 51. So 4 ones are 4, 4 fives are 20. So I hope so. This point is very clear. Let's talk about next point. Cyclist comes to the top of the hill, inclined 5 degrees to the horizontal. Okay. And cyclist stops pedaling and freewheeling down the hill. So it means first he goes up, okay, and then he comes down without applying any force. And the magnitude of resistance force remains 30, and distance he covered d meter, and increases speed from 6 to 12. Find change in kinetic energy. What is the formula? So change in kinetic energy. So basically formula is half mv square minus half mu square. Mass, half and mass I take common out. I got a 70 outside. Final speed is 12 and this first is 6. So this is 35 into inside 144 minus 36. And if we calculate 3780 joules. I hope so. The concept is clear. By using the energy method, find the D. So let's discuss about the diagram. Students, when we talk about a situation like this, okay, this is 90-degree, and because he's coming from top, so he is coming from top to bottom like this. And distance is D. And frictional force throughout remains 30. And there's a height, and there's a 5-degree. 5-degree, and I think data is okay. And we use this kind of thing, magical formula. Make sure applied force is 0 because freewheeling. So then work done by applied force is also 0. So formula work done by applied force, work done by frictional force, kinetic energy plus potential energy at the end. End is what? B for bottom, T for top. So bottom minus end point come always start in the beginning. Do you know, student, if I open the bracket, kinetic energy at a B plus potential energy at the bottom, kinetic energy on top, potential energy on the top. And for your knowledge, kinetic energy bottom is a speed is a higher, and this is a smaller. And we have already KB minus KT. Where we have this KB minus KT, that is the 3780. 3780. So here I'm writing 3780 in the place of it. And what is the potential energy at bottom? Because height is 0, this is 0. So what left? Only potential energy at height left. And what is that formula? mgh. So I'm replacing the mgh and saving my time. So this formula is coming from mass 70, gravity 10, and I need a height. How to get a height? Height is opposite by hypotenuse. So I'm writing here h over d is equals to sine 5-degree. It multiplies there, so d sine 5-degree. This is a height value, which I'm going to replace here. D sine 5-degree. If I type all together, and this is work done, this is 0, and this is a friction force into distance. Friction force 30, distance remain this one. The 30d come from here. So if I find this one, my question about to finish. And this is a 7, it is a, you can see 70 time to sine 5. So this negative sign will go there, become positive sign. Okay, I'm writing for once here and then I shift to another side. So 700 sine 5-degree into D will go on the left hand side. So I can take, it means I got 700 sine 5 D minus 30D. What is common from here? D common. What left? 700 sine 5-degree and minus 30. 3780. It will go down and divide. I will get my answer, and let me calculate the answer. Okay, 3780 divided by 700 into sine 5-degree and minus 30. My answer is coming 121.9. After rounding 3SF, I need 3SF, so I got the answer 122 meters. I believe the concept of the question is completely over. Question number 6, we have students. If you look at carefully, mass is given, you can see, and second mass given. So read very carefully. And all right, a smooth plane AB. So AB is a smooth plane. So just write at friction is 0. Yeah, friction is 0 on AB. Okay. And mention 60-degree. Yeah, you can see. And 30 degree, yes, we can see. and the tension's taut and particles can move. Okay, and BC is smooth, so it means for the part number I, because I can say that part A we have friction is again zero. Maybe next part not zero, but this paragraph is implements in a whole question. So what my belief, there's this friction zero throughout the question, but this depends upon the question nature. And he said the particles start from rest. It means the starting velocity is naturally zero. And the tension, string, and magnitude acceleration is my task. We'll make it two equations. How to make it two equations? Let's try to do it. This is a diagram making is very important. Especially the component breaking. It has a mark. So zero point 0.3 into 10, 3 newtons. So this I can write 3 sine 60. And tension towards pulley, that is for sure. That's for sure. Always this tension towards pulley. Okay, but this mass zero point 0.2 weight is a 2. It is a weight component also acting downward. There is a 2 sine 30 degree. 30 come from here and 2 from here. You know it very well. Okay, because friction is not there, I will not write any friction concept. Okay, now let's talk about the P particle. So P particle, when I talk about the formula, is net force is equals to ma. When you talk about P particle, because naturally it will fall down, okay, because our hang both are above, there's no external force, both are about to move. But he said that particle, so how to start from here? This minus tension equals to ma. So 3 sine 60, and basically if you check it, 3 sine 60 is what? So 3 sine 60 is the root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2. So I got oh, okay, this minus this, okay, because motion is downward. So this is the bigger component, the smaller component. So I can say here 3 root 3 over 2 minus tension is equals to ma, and mass is zero point 0.3. So I hope so this is done. Now let's go for second equation. Second equation for the Q particle. Again, same situation I will take. Formula remains same. So net force is equals to ma. And when you talk about upper one, you can see on the top. So both tension and this downwards, I can say here. So because motion is downwards, this plus this, so no friction equals to ma. So I can say T plus 2 sine 30. For your knowledge, what is a 2 sine 30? You can check. This is I discussed before. 2 sine 30. Sine 30 is basically half, so it become 1. So T plus 1 both is equal to mass zero point 0.2 times 2 A. Okay, this is okay. Now I'm going to solve them simultaneously. Okay. All right. So I think I can bring this one on the other end. So tension value becomes 0 0.2 times 2A and minus 1. This value I'm going to copy here. So put T value. When I keep T value 3 root 3 over 2 minus 0 0.2A, and this negative into negative positive 1. It will go on the other end. I will get 0 0.5A. And on the left hand side, we can type in calculator. And basically 3 root 3 divided by 2 and plus 1 and divided by 0.5. So I'm getting this. I'll just show like this. And finally, I get acceleration value 7.19615. After rounding, the acceleration value turns to be 7.20. Okay, meter per acceleration value is this. And this value, I can copy any equation. I think I can put it here to get a tension. And tension is equal to 0.2 into, but I will not use, I'll use the original value. So 7.19615 minus 1. So into 0.2 and from answer minus 1. And I got the answer of tension 0.4392. So Yeah, next part we have this, but before we start, I want to tell a very important thing because he said BSc is rough now, and he said that greatest for slope we have least value for the okay. There are two options we have. Let me tell you both. Very important for us to understand. So we have two ideas. 1 minute. One particle is we have two ideas. Let me give you both. This is a very important concept. If it is least force, least, so least friction value, least mu value, or largest mu value, two values he can ask us. Uh, Least means like it is about to fall down. It is about to fall down. So where's the friction then? About to move, about to move. Then where's the friction? Naturally, friction is above. When force is more than a largest value, okay, least value about to move down, and a larger applied force is actually such a weight more about to move up. You can say that about to move up. So friction will be down. So in this situation, you can see that we have to take a same diagram from here, okay, and everything remains same. Everything. How many components I have shown here, which you can see, everything remains same. No change there. 0.2. Okay, this is a Q particle, and this is a pulley, and this is a angle 30, and there's a string, and this is a nothing new. Just copying. Okay, this is the B and the P. Okay, here friction is okay. Now I just drag, I copy the from here and bring it down because this diagram is very important. Otherwise, we cannot get our answer. Now, my question is here friction is zero, no doubt, but here friction is not zero. So I'm erasing now this friction is not zero. It has some value. And a question comes where, because least force, so it is about to move down, about to move down. I write a word about to move, about, not moving. When about to move comes, keeping at rest. When about to move is means confirm acceleration is zero. Then where here there's no friction, but here friction. Where's friction force? Friction force is acting backwards. And he added extra power. Force of 3 newtons is directly acting up the plane. So this is not friction force only, not friction force only. So we have two forces acting. Wait a minute, let me bring slightly down. So there's two forces acting here, not only 3 newtons, even the frictional force acting upwards. So I hope so, guys, I got the idea. Now I'm starting from the P particle. So P particle formula remains same. Net force is equals to ma. Okay, this is about to move down. So this is bigger component, this is a smaller component. I can say 3 sine 60 minus tension is equals to 0. Why 0? Because acceleration is 0. And sine 60 is a is a root 3 by 2. So tension value I got so easily. Okay. So tension value I'm getting is 3 root 3 divided by 2. How come? If we type in calculator, we get this. So we have got it from here. Let's talk about a Q particle. For Q particle, same formula, net force is equals to ma. Let's discuss how many components we have. One, two, three, four. So about to move downwards, so I'll start from here. So I can say tension minus 2 sine 30 minus friction minus 3 is equals to 0. Now, what is the friction force? All of you familiar, mu r. And what is the R? That's the interesting part. I'm going to show you in different color. This is R. This is R normal reaction acting upwards, and this is downwards. And what is this one? It is a 2 sine 30, but it is a 2 cos 30. That's it. So I hope so. The concept is very clear. And I'm putting here now times to 2 cos 30. And cos 30 is the same like a sine 60, so root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2. So we got it because when I multiply 2 into cos 30, you can check in calculator. it will give you root 3 only. So root 3 mu we got from here. So root 3 mu we got from here. Now student is a friction value. Okay. Once again, let me reconfirm. Okay. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2 into root, correct, okay. So just confirming that is right or wrong. So this value comes here and tension value comes from here. And 2 sine 30 is 1. This is a 1, okay. So I got a 3 root 3 over 2 minus 1 minus root 3 mu minus 3 is equal to 0. It will go on the other end. I got root 3 mu and remaining value I just type in calculator. Okay. Okay, so once again I check it. Mu r, and sorry for this is adding. This is adding. This is not a subtracting. Adding. This is adding. Now okay. So if I add plus 1, so I'm getting this value 0.598076 and divided by root 3. And my answer is coming finally, mu value is 0.345. And I hope so. The concept is very, very clear. So be careful, especially for the least and the largest. So I hope so. The concept of the question is clear. Question number 7, we have a particle P moves a straight line through O, and velocity is given this expression. And A, B, C are both are positive, and when time is at time t, velocity is 0 and acceleration is this. So this data is very important. When time is 5, two things important: velocity 0 and acceleration negative 13 over 12. So show B value 9, find C value. So first of all, I have two plans because one for velocity and one for acceleration. So I'm going to do both here. Okay. So first of all, I'm writing velocity. Velocity expression is this. Okay. If I want to integrate it, I mean differentiate, I have to write like this. So this will go up, will become b times 2 t plus 1 to power negative 2. Okay, the question is ready for differentiation. If I differentiate, because basically, three levels, we must know. First level, you have displacement. Second level, if you differentiate, you get velocity. If you differentiate again, you get acceleration. So differentiate, differentiate. But if you want to come down, integrate and integrate. Here, I want to need from velocity, I need acceleration. So I will differentiate. So when I differentiate, derivative of any constant is 0. Power comes down and power 1 less. And what about this? 2 comes down and 2c and power 1 less. So this is the acceleration. Now I will plug in this data. Time is equal to 5 and acceleration is negative 13 over 12. But this I will not plug in immediately because lot of risk. So better to first I simplify. Negative 2 over, not 2 over, 2b over t plus 1 to power 3. Now I'm going to plug in the values. You can see when I plug in this, negative 13 over 12. When I plug in 5 ones are 5 and 6, 6 to power 3 is 216. And this 5 twos are 10c. This is done. I have to simplify more. How to simplify more? This give you 108. So negative b over 108. Negative 12, 13 by 12. Now I multiply whole equation with 108, with the 108. And when I multiply with the left side with 108 multiply here, I get negative 1117. And when it's multiply here, this cancel out, I get negative b. And when 108 multiply with this number, I get negative 1080c. Equation number 1 done. Now same process I will do for velocity 0 times 5. So velocity 0 times 5 times 5. 5 plus 1, 6 to power 2 is 36. Repeat, 5 plus 1, 6 to power 2, 36. And 5 square, 25. So 25c. I believe the point is very clear. Okay, now student, what to do? Same, I will try to convert. Uh, bring this value here. I got a value negative 904 is equals to b over 36 minus 25c. So previously I multiplied 108. Now I multiply the bigger number of them is 36. So when I 36, I do it. Okay. So then once again recheck. Velocity 0 and time 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 squared, 36. All correct. So 9 divided by 4 into 36, I get a negative 81. Here B alone, where here 25 times 2, 36, we are getting negative 900C. And this equation is number 2. And I'm going to write this equation, copy and paste here. Okay, and I am pasting it here. Let's try to solve it. So BB cancel out, and now I'll simplify. 117 negative, both are negative. I got 198. And here I got a 1080 plus 900 give us negative 1980C. When it goes down, we got a C value. This fully same. So 1 by 10 you write, or you write 0.1 is a C value. And this C value I can plug in any one equation. You can, so I plug in 2. So negative 81 equal to b minus 9 into 1 over 10. This cancel. And when 90 goes there, 90 and 81. So we got a 9. Is true, is match. Proved. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the question I got it completely matched. Though he's not asking, but I'm just writing it below. And this is a final expression. I got it. Erase B and erase C. B I replaced by 9 and C I replaced by a point 0.1 or 1 by 10. 1 by 10 is a better approach. So this is a final expression of velocity, which he was not asking, he asked C and B. Let's talk about next one. The given the velocity of P is 0 when T is 5. And find distance the first 10 seconds. Make sure whenever he asks you distance traveled in this kind of question. So please try your level best to check the times, not time, times when velocity is 0. When velocity is 0. Luckily, you know velocity is 0 at time 5. It means only one time is there. Okay. And you can, and as a teacher, I suggest you this equation you have to sketch roughly, okay, and quickly because 10 seconds. We have to make it, so we have to make it for 0 to 10 seconds. I hope so. You got a point. So let's see how we can do it. So first of all, you have to integrate. You know it very well, okay? And what is math to do? First, we have integrate. But how to integrate? And because and I just show the diagrammatic explanation. This graph I made for you to understand, and if I make it zoom, you people can understand easily. Have a look carefully, and that is the reason I said you whenever you do this kind of question, so this area is positive. You see 0 to 5. Here's its velocity is 0, and this area is negative because above area is a positive and below area is negative. To cancel this negative sign, so actually, let's say example I gave you to make it better understanding. Just give you an idea. Let's say this is a 10 meter. This is also 10 meter. Just a look here, but it's negative 10. If I just add them both like this, so answer becomes 0. How it possible two areas answer becomes 0? To avoid this problem, this is, I will not write positive sign, I will write here negative sign. Why? Because the inside negative become positive, and then I got my answer correct. I believe you understood why I'm keeping this negative. And second number, when velocity is negative, is coming back to the observer. So let's try to do it. I hope so you got it. And now I will integrate this question two steps. So one integration, how to get a distance covered. So we will do two ways, 0 to 5 separate, and curve equation I will copy here, dt. And okay. And next is the 5 to 10. I hope so clear. So I hope so the concept is very clear. So curve equation here and curve equation here. But one thing, and now I'm erasing this plus sign and I'm writing here negative. And I think you'll got the logic why I'm keeping negative, because this answer will come negative and negative and negative, positive. So let's try to do it. Before I do it, I just copy this equation. Okay, I copy this equation twice because I have to integrate two times. Okay. Or I can do one thing. Okay, no problem. I hope so you got it. Negative, here dt, here 5 to 10, here 0 to 5. And this will give our answer. I believe you got a point. How to do integration? First of all, this value, I'll bring it up, and I got t plus 1 to power negative 2. And when I think you understood. So I'm keeping my attention on this. Okay. So when I integrate 9 by 4, students, 9 by 4 become 9 over 4t. But when I do in this one, increase a power by 1, so 9t plus 1 to power minus 1 over minus 1. And this increase a power by 1, so it becomes t to power 3 by 10 already present, 1 3 came. Or you can say 3 tens are 30. Better to write 30. This is a done, 0 to 5. And minus sign, and I'm doing same process with the other because I think I will save my time, and I just copy the whole equation. Copy, and I believe you understanding why I'm copy paste here, and this is the only difference, 0 to 5 and here 5 to 10. Rest everything same, and I can save my time by writing plus into minus minus. So 9 over t plus 1 and negative t 3 to power 30. And limits I'm writing later. First, I will do one thing, copy and paste. Wait a minute. So I'm pasting here, and negative here 0 to 5, here 5 to 10. Now I'm going to plug in the values. Students, get ready for that. Okay, and let me recheck once again. In power increase the power negative 1. One negative, all correct. Okay. Now when I plug in 5 in the first, so it tends to be, let me check what is the 5, I get it. 9 over 4 into 5 and minus 9 over 6 and minus 125 over 30. And I got the answer 67 over 12. Upper part done. Now look at 0. When I plug in 0 gone, but 0 here, it will not finish. I'll get negative 9. Repeat when I plug in 0 here. So 9 over 1 is 9, so minus 9. I hope so the point is very clear. Same story here. I'm going to plug in 10. When I plug in 10, so what I get, let me check. 9 over 4 into 10 minus 9 divided by 11 and minus 1,000, because 10 to power 3 is 1,000 over 30. 1,000 over 30. And I got here negative 769 over 66. And when I plug in 5 in the place, I will get the whole thing once again. but I'm writing it is in a bracket like this. Okay, and wait, let me check once again. No, 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 no. When I plug in 5, I will get this part only. So 67 over 12. I'm saving my time. 67 over 12 plus 9 minus minus 769 over 66 and 67 over 12. My answers turns to be let me check finally. Yeah. So distance covered finally I'm getting is 31.8181, but finally rounding 31.8 meters is the distance traveled full in first 10 seconds. I hope so. The concept is very clear and you got the idea why I put. So as a teacher, I suggest you, whenever he asks you distance, you must check where velocity is zero. Okay, and find at those times. Sometime the particle, the diagram goes up or down like this. So this positive, negative, positive, negative. So be careful about this. So paper is completely over. Best of luck for a coming exam and pray for me. And best technique after listening this watching this video, you have to redo the questions again, which you have done some mistake. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa